Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Redux video. And yep, here we are, our cloud. So we jumped quite a few power creeps, and we got here. So they really got us, guys. For a few months, they really got us. So his team are not really that good, but if that can't be upgraded, then probably just don't use that. Probably just use like something else. I mean, it gives 1,000 flat attack, but I mean, it's only 205 attack. So remember, guys, there's that. It's a mechanic a long time ago, but keep in mind there's that thing where you do like less if you have a weaker weapon or something. It's something that people pretty much forgot about at this point, but it's still. I'm pretty sure it's mostly still there, and 205 attack is pretty low. So let's see if that's actually worth it if I can get him. And then of course his STMR is just a power creep on Lightning's STMR that's been in the game for a long time. And at this point you need that 70% attack for these Neo Vision Plus units. You guys on Global probably know that by now, that it's going to be hard to get that 600% stat buff or stat increase. So yeah, he's not SLB by the way, but there it is, guys. You need EX2 sadly. You get 150% amp for three elements, and he's just like, and that's just the beginning. Like I thought this was like gonna be the biggest highlight, but that's just the very beginning, guys, and it's just like wow. So 120 times mod, just pretty standard stuff, pretty standard. But he has ways of filling his LB, two ways of doing that. Some imbue is fine. He has the ability to remove a buff. Remove all buffs from one enemy, which is going to be very helpful for a lot of things, including the newest FFBE. There's a lot of buffs and things that you want to dispel, so that would be very helpful, although not going to be very helpful because he's not Final Fantasy 2. So, he has breaks. He is technically has a breaker roll, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he does have a breaker roll. So, he does have breaks. I mean, it's not traditional because it's only on a cooldown. Does he have any normal breaks? Nope. So that's it. That's all he's got for that, but that's okay. And he does have a weak field effect, but at least it's there. So if you really wanted it, at least it's there and you don't have to bring someone for it. But I mean, you're probably going to bring someone for a better field effect than this. Not really that amazing, but it's there. And he has 40% Greatsword in peril. Probably going to bring someone who can do more than that. I think it's worth it to bring someone who can do more than that, because as I'm going to reveal, his mod, like none of this really matters, by the way. Like none of this matters. All these things here, like just like whatever. I mean, this is not the first time this has ever happened, by the way. This all types. Technically, there was one that had it was immotile that gave preemptively gave all killers to all allies or something. But this is the first time where it's ever been worded this way. So there's that. 1000% leader skill for lightning units, and here it is, guys. Oh jeez. So yeah, we jumped up quite a bit from the normal modifiers of 510 times. Now we are at 1100 times at max. So where's that? 100 times mod plus 120 is 1100 or 1100. So yeah, it's bonkers. The numbers are already out. He's obviously number one. My voice is already dying and I'm not even done with the video yet. So that's not good, but yeah, he's doing pretty good for himself. Okay, I got some water. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Anyways, yeah, he's definitely above the pack. So is there a point to pulling anything besides maybe some water on global? I don't think it's worth pulling any of those characters anymore. Like, Bosch and Vaughn are a really good combination, but it's just like, if you have Cloud, then nothing else really matters now, it seems. Like, yeah, you need to build a huge team around him, but like his modifiers are going to destroy everything. I feel like this is a mistake. I feel like we should have gotten firmer units that are slightly stronger than the previous ones at least, but not this far. Like this seems extreme. This seems like we jumped so far into the future. But here we are. So yeah, he's definitely really good. He also has a lot of things going for him, including what's not included on the wiki is the overdrive buff. So on top of all the things that he can do, he is also an overdrive user. So that is extremely useful for, you know, bringing him along even if you don't want to finish with him, which you definitely will be. So I'm going to be giving the new Cloud, and I think that he's going to be meta this time. And I feel like, I know they're probably going to bring in someone who's going to be really strong after this, because they always do that. This is the Alum, I call it the Alum Special. I know they're going to bring in someone who's really strong after this banner's over, but I feel like this guy deserves a 9.5, which is monstrous. That's a monstrous score for when it comes to me. You guys know me. I'm doing like 7s, 8s, 8.5s most times. Maybe someone gets a 9. Like rarely, but almost no one's ever gotten a 9.5 in a long time. You could probably make like a small tier list of the characters that I've put above a 9. And this guy's going to be in it. He can break. He has field effects. His damage modifier is ridiculously high. He has 150% amp. So like, what else is there you would want? Besides like better, you know, greatsword imperial perhaps, you know. You get a 45% instead. But that's about it. Like, you can build a team around him. What are his categories? Will they show on the JP version? So he is in Rebellion, so that's a pretty big category. Rebellion is a pretty big category. Elite Soldiers and World Savers not so much, but yeah. And if you're gonna be pulling for Cloud, you definitely want to get multiple of his STMR just like you got before with Lightnings. So yeah, 9.5 for that. And we're gonna move on to Red 13, who's also a Neovision Plus unit. So yeah, there's 2 Neovision Plus units in this batch. I really thought that Red 13 was just gonna be a normal NV when I saw it before I looked at the art, and then I saw that they both had that Neovision Plus icon. So Red 13 is also power creep, of course, not as much as Cloud, but he's probably the number 2 of this batch. He's probably the number 2 overall because his modifiers are higher than anyone else's, besides Cloud. Besides Cloud. So he has some weird thing where this thing here gets to be like, I forgot the number. I had it last night, but I already forgot it. But keep in mind, this 50 turn cooldown is not really, it's not really that 50 turn cooldown, because there's things down here that allow you to reduce the cooldown. So like, it's, and also you go EX2 becomes 7,500. So I think it's like 8,000. I think it's like 8,000, yeah, because of this. So it's like an 8,000 times mod, but like, so what? So what? It's still an ability, so it's not gonna do a giant amount. It'll probably do an okay amount, but I think his SW will do more. So he does have a field effect. It's not that great, but it's something. He does have an amp that's not restricted to anything, so you have 100% amp for everybody for fire or light. So that is good. And so let's look at the modifier now. And you just have 1,000% leader skill for Rebellion, which is good. Yep. 680 times, much higher than the 510 times. So obviously he's going to be a lot better. So I think it's like 900 times. I think it was 900 times. It was 100 times plus 120. I think that's 900. So yeah, he's definitely number 2, I'm pretty sure, at this point. I don't think anyone really did math on him, because who cares about this guy? This was kind of what I'm getting at here, because, you know, Cloud. You probably should be pulling for Cloud, not this guy, but he is good. But he's not as special as Cloud. Like, he's just... Red 13 is a very strong damage dealer, but I feel like he's going to get passed by. If these are the numbers we're getting for this new batch, I just feel like he's just going to get passed by soon. Unlike Cloud, who's just ridiculous. And you should be saving for him over everything else. But Red 13's okay. I think he's going to get like a 8.5. So you can see the stark difference between Cloud and the Red 13. Cloud is just bonkers, because the thing that sets him apart from just being, you know, a guy with high numbers, that's what you guys are mostly going to think about, is that when you look at this page, you're gonna see, oh, he's just a big numbers guy, but he has all these other things which makes him so good. The overdrive, the leader skill, the damage, the brakes, the field effect, the buff removal, which not a lot of people are talking about, but it is good. So, like, what else is there to say about this badge other than just safe for Cloud? I think is fair. I think they kind of dropped the ball because there's no Neovision Awakenings or Neovision Plus Awakenings this time around, but hopefully the next batch will introduce some Neovision Plus. There is those EX4 things, but not this batch, but apparently they're coming in April. I don't know why they introduced them now if they're not coming until April for some reason, but yep. They're coming in April for some reason. Anyways, hope you guys are going to be enjoying the raid. You can, for the first time ever, you can do an autofill for the raid, so you can just get your rewards all done in one day. I don't think any of the rewards got changed, but I think that definitely needs to change because the raid rewards have been the same bland rewards for a long time, and they're really not that amazing anymore. It's mostly about the box, and even the box sometimes isn't really that good. It's just okay. Alright, so that's it. Here's the power creep. If you guys got suckered into pulling last roll, I apologize. I didn't think that this would be happening. I thought that they would continue to ride, you know, power creep is a small ramp upwards, but this is like a going 100 miles per hour up a ramp. Seriously, how was I supposed to predict this? I thought Cloud was gonna be quite good with the overdrive and everything, but like they made him ridiculous. So yeah. Safe for Cloud. I want to see in the comment section down below, you guys, hashtag safe for Cloud. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.